Hello and welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda, where in the last episode we took care of PB's problem, let's call it that. She now feels like she's more part of the team, which is okay, I guess. Let's call it that. I think I also have some rewards to collect here. Thank you. I also have strike team missions that I've done. Oh yay! Guess you were looking forward to seeing that. Yeah, my strike teams are doing pretty well. I've diversified with what they're good at, and that has been pretty successful. They've even been able to tackle gold missions pretty well. So, in any event, I said I wanted to take care of the remaining of the remaining ships that were shot down by pirates. For what was the name? The sister of Vitra. Sid, right? Sid, that was the name. So let's do that. Starting on here. So. I think we've been here, so we don't have to scan everything. It's just an anomaly that we haven't been able to detect before.
I'm picking up something.
Which I find to be a little bit weird, but it's okay.
Getting a scan.
Not sure if I would like the game more if I could have detected those anomalies even before I had the actual mission and just wondered what the frick was going on with that. You know? Would have felt more fluid to me if I could have just found these things anyway, but then I would be left wondering, what the hell happened here? So, should I know anything about this? But I kind of don't. I kind of don't have the option to do that, so well, maybe there could be some argument made that these wrecks haven't actually been there because that has only been a recent development and all. But the chronology of what's going on has always been like itchy and weird.
Anomaly detected. Deploying probe. Getting a scan.
So I don't think that's a pretty good argument for that. I think it would have been more let's insert a real colorful world here.
Down the list of possible locations.
A small scouting ship sent to investigate a portion of the Scourge was lost shortly after leaving the Nexus. It was assumed the contact with the Scourge brought it down and of the wreckage made it abundantly clear that the ship was attacked. Alright. It would have made the exploration part more. It would have made the exploration part feel more organic. That's what I'm trying to say here. If I could have just found all these things all by themselves, but they might have not made sense in the big picture. Oops. Just hit the bottle there under the table. Apologies. I think that would have been more interesting. And then when Sid came to me and said, "Yeah, I have these coordinates that I need someone to investigate," and I said, "Oh, so that what was going on?" You know, that would have been. I think that would have been fun, but no. Oops, I think I didn't hit the correct target because there was a planet too close by. Yep. Yeah, for some reason I'm hitting the target right here, but I'm hitting the planet, so...
Probes launched.
Alright.
Getting a scan.
You know, it just feels better to just find out stuff that way, but not, I found a quest giver.
Ryder. Got it.
And the quest giver told me there was something going on over there. The Showers was a transport shuttle with a full cargo of supplies. According to the ship's final transmission, it lost its way after an unexplained interference resulted in navigational failure. Damage on parts of the ship's hull suggests that it came into contact with hostile force shortly after losing contact with the Nexus. Okay, so we did investigate that. Oh, Kadara. I think I also had some other minor thing going on Kadara, so let's go back to Kadara. Not sure what the other thing was that was going on here. Maybe I'll find it out once I approach it.
Now orbiting Kadara.
Beer run, right? We still need to get frickin' beer. How could I forget about that? I think I originally wanted to buy the beer at the bar, but then but then there was only a note saying that there's no beer here. If you want to get beer, find us somewhere on the surface of Kadara. So let's do that, I guess. So who we're gonna take with us for this thing? I thought the conversations with PB and Jack were kind of delightful the last few times, but let's try someone else. So maybe try and bring Cora along for this. I wonder how these two interact with one another. So, get going? Please? Thank you. Okay. There's an invisible water here, apparently. I don't know. Nothing fishy's going on there. So, let's get the Nomad.
It'd be pretty if not for the burning water, and the exiles, and the smell.
Yes. Cora, it would. Okay, so beer, and it's actually close to our settlement site for some reason. Oh, these guys by the lake that we had run into at some point. Those the guys? Oh, I've been wondering about that. I haven't. I just remember that there was something there that I found fishy.
So, Cora, I know, all right. I shouldn't have put my faith in Sarissa. I should have remembered she's just as fallible as me, but I didn't. Happy now? I'll be happier when you've shot something. You and me both.
Not here either, so... That shuttle wasn't there the last time I was here. I'm pretty sure, because I was trying to get up there and never managed to do that. So...
Fresh batch. What'll it be?
Bottle of your hardest stuff.
This is for Superintendent Cash.
Make it 6.
So, also, there's a 3 Sabres hideout. Which way are we heading? We're heading east. Attention, ladies. I think there's a fight up ahead. Didn't park that really well.
More hostiles!
Thank you. More on those on the platform over there. Let's take him out. Do something about it.
You're finished.
Oh, goddess. Alright, ladies. Let's take a look around.
Colonization supplies stolen.
A large variety of dehydrations, flavors available. Mac and cheese, yeah, chocolate pudding, Christmas ham with raisin sauce, limited edition, and haggis. Oh, haggis! I haven't had haggis in a while. Let's have some haggis. Well, there's a data pad. I don't want to hear about it. You all knew ousting Yale would make the break with the Nexus final. No loss. That treat was running dry. Going independent isn't just a smart move, it's the only move. Now we've got the gear and the freedom to take over this place. And Gara, not a problem. He is on EOS. Forget him. He won't talk. Anything he brings up will expose his involvement and the Nexus' involvement. He's not going to put himself in that position. Have we got to go to EOS now?
This former leader, Yale, he's on EOS. He was there tied to the Nexus.
Think he has more info?
I'm saving
Think
everything we
so.
found as proof. It'll come in handy.
Yeah, alright, back to EOS, ladies. Back to EOS. Yeah, it's a real shame that you can't skip the resolution. Hello, hello. Did you want to talk? Because we can talk. That's no problem. So I was trying to get to EOS. And as I said, I can sort of get behind that some of these things might be that some of these cinematic scenes might just be loading screens and stuff, but I don't think they're that long, to be honest. And after the 10th time of going and landing on a planet, you kind of don't want to see the sequence. You know, it's neat and all, it's well done, no doubt about that, but it's not that good that you need to watch it all the time. Especially when it's just a bunch of bullshit, and some of them are really annoying me. Like, there was, not sure which planet that was, I think it was actually on Eladon, where the ship kind of turns around on its axis, and then once it approaches the LZ, it's in normal position again instead of upside down. For whatever reason, we go into a landing maneuver with the ship upside down, which doesn't really make any sense to me, to be honest. So
Descent is green.
there's that.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
So I wouldn't mind those scenes if I only would see them like once in a while. If I'm trying to finish up all these side quests, and have to go from one place to another because we have found a lead on planet A, and then it continues on planet B, and then maybe even a finale on planet C, then I would want them to either be magnificent, or I still like to watch those, or I would just like them to not be there or be skippable, you know? But it's not. So, well, there goes that rant. Where are we going? Yale. Oh, it's actually right around here. Yeah.
Is your name Yale?
Yeah, that's me. Stanton Yale. And what can I do for the Pathfinder today?
Tell me about the 3 sabers.
Oh, shit.
Look, I know about your involvement.
You were their leader before they kicked you out.
And gave me a broken leg and a dislocated shoulder as parting gifts. It was a mistake. We trained the attack dogs, and they turned on us.
Explain.
The new outposts, our supply routes, they needed protection. We couldn't rely on just you. I proposed that we'd save Nexus blood by hiring exiles to fight for us.
Well, I can sort of see the calculation, but still trusting these and trusting the exiles who partially harbor antisocial and slightly weird people is kind of stupid.
First time I've seen someone so coldly calculating and stupid in one shot.
It was a risk, sure, but I knew Cochran. We served together. I thought I could trust him. I became their commander, I armed them, I shared access to Padromo's operations. And then they took their new toys and went rogue. Attacked people they were supposed to protect.
I'm willing to look the other way now. I don't know. I think people need to learn from this and not do it again in the future. And if I just, you know, sweep it under the rug, then really no one knows about this. So I'm afraid I'm gonna have to report it.
You know I have to report this. You conspired with Nexus enemies.
Who are you gonna report to? Addison? She signed off on it.
What? Addison?
She wasn't sure Ryder would work out as Pathfinder. She was desperate for options. So report it if you want. Addison knows any investigation's gonna dig up docs covered in her fingerprints. I have to get back to work. We've got an outpost to run here.
Oh my, the plot thickens. I can kinda see her reasoning, yeah, but like in hindsight, she looks really stupid doing this.
Ascent is go.
I'm not gonna go back to the Nexus right away and do. Although I also have something to give to Cash, right? This beer that I found, I think is for Cash. Is that for Cash? That's an additional task, I think. Beer run, is that still there? No, it's not still there. Apparently we already gave it to her. And also we can talk about it to Andromeda about the earn your badge that we did. Yeah, let's get back to the Nexus real quick. Emphasis on
All
real.
systems green.
No, I'm not good doing task naming the dead. I'll probably not find anything even if I look for it for quite a while. That's not. Of course, I should have foreseen that Addison had her hands in it. Not that I blame her much, but it still was a pretty stupid thing to do, to be honest. Oh, we still only got two ships here. But at least we have that. Wonder where the Solarians are. I don't think we have actually heard much about that. Maybe we can talk with the director about it. Maybe he has any new leads while we're here. I don't know. I don't think we had anything reliable about that. So let's take a look around. Anything else going on here? What? There's question marks. There's question marks going on the upper floor. Maybe take a look at that.
I don't know about these Angara.
At my age, family is more important than you experience.
Sure glad I went to school for this.
I don't regret nothing.
So what's going on here? No, there's no question marks here. Odd. Wasn't the Angaran guy here that we have to go to for you know, all that shooting we did a few episodes ago?
Sure glad I went to school for this.
Wasn't that guy around here? Not that I know what his or her name was, but
Welcome back.
On behalf of the Nexus,
hello.
I welcome you to the Cultural Center.
Any of them.
Please have a look around.
It just reminds me of the cat. Unnerving.
It's metal
We
though.
hope you'll
Not
enjoy
bone.
learning about the rich diversity of people who have arrived from the Milky Way
Oh,
galaxy.
having you here. I'm Draknor. Not sure why it doesn't appear on the
Safely
map.
home thanks to you and your skills. I've learned a great deal.
Yes, what have you learned?
Anything in particular the Hescarl can use?
Team structure, battle coordination, your maneuver with the jump jets, and I want one of those. Your performance was exemplary, Ryder. I can see clearly why your N7 would be the best of the best. If you tire of being a Pathfinder, I'd be honored to call you a Sister Hescarl.
Let's not add that title to our ever-growing list of titles. Let's just be Pathfinder for now. Until we have to retire and settle down somewhere and, you know, have time to talk about all the crazy stuff we've done. And then we're gonna write a book about this whole endeavor. But not for now.
A ray of hope for sleep-starved residents. Maintenance begins on malfunctioning sun lamps, causing unending daylight in some Nexus quarters. This is HNS.
So,
Showdown on Kadara.
let's also talk to Kesh.
For the Kadara nails. They didn't phase Cash, but she liked the taste.
Okay.
It's all we can do here. You just keep the Pathfinder safe and the Ket busy. And be careful out there. I only have one of you.
How's it going, Kesh?
Locked him up, huh? Spender won't last long if they set him loose. A lot of people are angry.
How angry?
Well, let's just say I've got a couple engineers making sure the airlock security backups are working.
That's going a little bit too far, don't you think?
He screwed over a lot of people, but killing him is murder.
Like he isn't responsible for a few deaths himself with all the trouble he caused. Someone will get to him eventually, and I look forward to hearing about it. But on my station, no one gets airlocked without my permission.
Alright.
Nothing more for now.
Later.
Later. So, Addison.
I know why you're here. Yale told me to expect a visit. I hoped this blunder wouldn't come to light, but Helios has a habit of dashing our hopes. Have the three Sabers been eliminated, Pathfinder?
Yes.
I dealt with them.
Then the problem's solved. As far as everyone's concerned, the three Sabers acted on their own.
But they didn't, did they? Hey, Ryder.
Who the hell's this?
Her name's Sid. She actually started this whole investigation.
This investigation started with Sid's instincts.
I applaud good instincts, but not in this case.
So I was right, wasn't I? Someone on the Nexus was helping the three Sabers.
Yes, it was a mistake. We authorized a course of action that cost lives, but, like I said, it's over.
You have to tell people. If we made a mistake, we have to own it, right?
Who does that serve? It could damage relations with the Angara, spark another uprising.
It would be lying. Ryder, if you hide this, what else will you let them hide?
We're not taking tips on diplomacy from a teenager.
I think we should own it. I mean, we kind of solved this too, so there's that. We also solved the problem. So I think our story should be focusing on that. That while we also make mistakes, we also solve up the problems that we make. So I'm willing to go with Sid on this one.
With all due respect, Director, Sid's right. Transparency is important for building trust. People need to know they can trust us, even when we screw up.
I'll make sure people hear about this.
Pathfinder, you're making a mistake.
Maybe, but at least I'm willing to acknowledge it.
Alright, now there goes that delightful talk. Hello. Alright.
How are things going with Ark Lucinia?
The Asari seem
I see you've crossed paths with Sloane Kelly and the Exiles. A thorn in our side if ever there was one.
Well, I think there are two sides to that particular story.
I don't think anyone came all the way to Andromeda to live like that. The Nexus was part of this too.
It's about the future, Ryder. What sort of civilization will we form in Helios? One driven to extremes of anarchy, or one dedicated to order and justice? I choose the latter. Sloane Kelly and her mutineers chose otherwise. Did you have some other business?
Did you hear anything about the about potential leads on the missing arcs?
Thought I'd check in on the arcs.
Keep investigating, Ryder. We still need closure on the Solarian Arc. Until all the species are accounted for, we're a broken family.
Alright.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
My pleasure. I see great things in our future.
Okay.
Reminder to all personnel, overtime hours remain in effect. William Spender,
What? Kandros? Well, I actually haven't talked to Kandros in quite a while. Sure where he was, talking to someone. Isn't he supposed to be down here? Supposed to talk to him?
I got your report. Both our Pathfinder and the Natanus. What a mess.
Could have been much worse.
At least there's survivors out there. It'll be a long search, but we're damn motivated. I owe you for this, Ryder. They'd still be lost without you.
Don't mention it.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Alright. Good.
please report to the commons area. Fallout from the recent uprising as security tightens across all sectors on the Nexus. Director Tan stresses that it's, quote, for your safety. This is HNS.
So was there anything else going on here? Let me just check. Nope. I did talk to him. Oh, well, it's like Candace was an Eladin that I didn't find all. That's... And Dr. Camp, the Nexus Hydroponics. Yeah, I was sure I had to talk to him, but I also didn't quite show up on the overlay. And the whole carry thing has also been on hold for quite a while. Oh. Hydroponics was here, right? It was a tech lab. Was that hydroponics? Hydroponics was actually downstairs, apparently. Doctor?
Thank you for your contribution.
Well, that was quick. Hey Warren, what are you doing here?
Pathfinder, have you seen this place? So green. Dr. Camden's been a real help.
I take it you know Vaughn. He seems to have settled in.
Yeah.
I helped rescue Vorn after some pirates stole him by accident.
It's a long story. With the supplies here, I can start really fixing things. All those disease-resistant seeds
Wait. You have what? Where? Excuse us, Pathfinder.
So you have things to do? Get to it. People that need food. So, what's going on in here?
A hostage crisis in hydroponics.
Balloons.
Junker, back in the fold. Let's hear it.
Hey there.
Hi there. Doesn't look like there's anything going on here.
This is HNS.
Okay.
You're listening to HNS.
I'm Jan Garza, founder of the initiative. On behalf of
Well, I'm not an expert, but this seems to be broken. Shame. Well, okay. Let's file a bug report later. All right, let's get going again.
A worker was lost to space.
Yes. Okay, so that took a little longer than I hoped. But as usual, most details, man. Okay, let's go to Tafeno. Thank you. Okay, let's go to Tafeno.
Ryder, we're getting a lot of Ketcom chatter.
Keep a stealth, Callow. No sense picking a fight just yet.
Yeah, especially since we don't have a ship with guns for some reason. Not sure who thought that designing a ship without any weaponry in mind was a good idea. Do I know what? Do we know NASA? Do we all know NASA? God. Decades-old charts of Angaran ships drift in Duo NASA's orbit, indicating that the gas giant Helium-3 is more difficult to mine than our preliminary scans suggest. Or maybe it's because there's Cat here that shot them down. Just an idea. So what do we have here? Massive water and it has an extremely smooth and flat surface, primarily composed of tin and nickel. A methane and ethane atmosphere helps retain heat.
Deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Iron. Well, Infotech said that it has tin and nickel. Not sure why we found iron then. But sure.
Anomaly detected.
What is this?
Probe away. Anomaly found.
Ice sheet. Century-old abandoned Angaran mining colonies half buried in the snow atop a massive sheet of frozen water. Well,
picking up something.
Okay, what do we have here? A satellite. Or some spacecraft, maybe?
Satellite detected.
A satellite, actually. Satellite appears to be a positioning beacon launched from a Solarian Arc Pachero. Its systems are too damaged to determine if it was launched accidentally or with unknown purpose. Oh, what's that doing here? Wait. This is not the system where the Solarians were supposed to go, right? Past 65 is a scorching desert, it's nonetheless surprisingly cool given the output and nearness of the Tefino sun. Temperature is a product of past 65's highly reflective metal deposits. You know what? I'm actually going to end up this episode right here. One of the shorter ones, I hope. In the next one, we'll engage the Archon's flagship and have a few polite words with him. I don't know. Maybe fire a few rounds at him as well, but we'll see that in the next episode. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.